Everyone, and welcome back to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of silver has moved in the last week and how the price of silver can move in the next week. See, we'll be explaining through 15 minutes chart, 2 hours chart, daily chart, and then finally weekly chart. I'll explain you how the price of silver can move in the next week. See, if you look at the chart, what we have seen, the price currently trading around $85.313. Okay, and the price has made a sharp fall to a level of around $74. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, the strong level was around $83.2. And if you see this particular level, you have to understand that if the price sustain 83.2 level, there is a probability of a further upside. Okay, but if it started keep going down, remember that there is a chances of further fall. So keep this in mind. Okay, 83.2 level, and after that a level of 94.12. This is on a week chart. Okay, first level is R1 is this. Now it will act as a support, and this is an R1. So these two levels are very important. If it didn't sustain, we can see a further fall. If it sustain and goes above that level, probability of touching this level will be there, and if that sustain, a further upside can be seen. Now what you have to look here is that what we have seen, it was clearly mentioned that, see, this was a hammer is forming. Okay, and a hammer was there which was showing there can be a change in the trend. I have clearly explained you in my other videos that if there is hammer is there is a probability that we can see it can come down. Why? See, the other candle can be opposite candle. Why? Because see, if you see any hammer candle, there is a change in the trend. That is what we have seen in the recent trends. Okay, now if you look at this trend, what I've explained you, that whenever there is a hammer forms, okay, hammer forms, there is a probability that there is a change in the trend. And if you see, the other candle can move, make a new high and come down with a red a candle. Okay, the same it has happened here. Now it is creating an engulfing candle here. Okay, so what you have to understand here is that the price of silver now trading around 85.313, which is very important. Those who have taken a position at 103 or at a higher level, okay, it is to trap the buyers. Okay, so the position was going up and up, higher and higher, and those who have taken leverage, their capital might be wiped out at this level. Okay, and did around similarly this position we have seen in natural gas when the price was going to go down, but it didn't go down, made a sharp rise towards $4.5, and then it came down. That is where the seller has trapped. Here the buyers are trapped. Okay, if you want to see the natural gas video, you can check my link in the description. See, so before I move ahead and explain you where the price of silver can move in the next week, if you have any doubts, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description. And please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link also given in the description. You can join that too. See, if you are going for a short view, you have to understand, you have to put your SL to save the capital. If you are not doing this, please don't trade, and once you in profit, trail your SL so that your profit will be saved. If these two things you are not doing, please don't do trading, because it is very important, because market is very uncertain. And for a longer view, we can see that there is always a rise in the price of silver and gold if we see on a longer view. But if we see more view, before 30 or 40 years back, the price was still trading in that particular zone. See, this was in the month of 2011. This is what we have seen in 25. Okay, so it can happen. So you have to understand, if you are going for a longer view, then you can buy at these particular levels. But remember that if you are trading, you have to put your SL, you have to trail your SL. If you are not doing it, please don't do it, because see, market is always uncertain. And what I have told you clearly, that whenever it was making new high, we have seen a good fall has come, and that fall can be big as well as small, but it is more than 10%. Okay, see, if you look at all these levels, whenever it is going new high, it comes down. See, this is what we have seen in this particular week. Okay, and the war situation has been seen between the Iraq and US, so there is a probability what we have seen. Now I'll explain you 15 minutes chart and 2 hours chart, so you'll understand how the price can go in the next week. See, look at the 15 minutes chart. It was moving in this particular zone, creating a pattern. Okay, again a U pattern is formed. There is a higher chances that it can come down as soon as the price started going below 82.3 level, and then there is a probability it can move below a level of $73.9. Okay, if the price fall below that particular level, we can see it can come down. Okay, and as soon as it started coming down, there is a probability that it can move below 72.3 also. There is a higher chance. So remember, if it started falling 82.3, a further downfall can be seen towards a level of around 73.5 and then further fall. But if it started rising above that level, probability of going towards 86.6 will be there, and then we can see it can rise towards 93.2 and further high. Okay, trailing your SL is very important, and putting your SL is very important when you are trading. Okay, but for a longer view, the position is very different. You can mail me if you need some guidance, and we can work on the one-on-one basis or in a group. See, now on a 2 hours chart basis, what you can see. If you look at the 2 hours chart basis, on Friday we have seen the price was continuously moving down. Okay, at this level, if you see, we have seen that the price touching a level of 121, and from there a sharp fall. People who have short have made very good money. Okay, understand how you can trade at that particular level. See, you have to understand, if you are putting your SL, at least you will save your capital, and then if you are in the wrong trend, at least you can take a new trade. And once you are in profit, try to trail it. If you are trailing your SL, then what will happen, the profit, if you are saving, you can at least increase your capital, as well as you can take the risk of the profit, so you can make more amount of profit. Okay, now look at this particular chart. There is a continuous downfall we have seen, and the candle is a doji candle. Okay, now the trend is trying to change on the 2 hours chart basis. So if the price keep moving over 86.3, as per that, there is a probability of upside of it, a green candle can form. So remember, if it started sustaining over 86.6, this is the probability of upside, and then a further high can be seen towards $93.8. Okay, hope you like the video. And so if you like the video, please subscribe, so at least you will get the notification, and press the bell icon. Okay, now if you see this particular trend, there is started going upside above a level of 86.6. There is a probability of further high, and yes, after that it can move towards 91.48. From there it can move towards 94.2, and as soon as the price rising up this level, there is a higher chances of further high can be seen. Okay, see, you have to understand that there is a sharp fall. Now the price try to consolidate, and if it started going above 95.7, there is a probability that we can see there can be a rise. So remember, 95.7, we can see there can be a trade change in the trend, or it can, if it keeps sustaining over this level, a further upside can be seen. But if it started going below 82.9, a further fall. Okay, trailing your SL is very important if you are trading. Now coming on a day by chart, which is very important. See, only in a single day we have seen there is a huge fall. Now remember, $118 is a level which is already weak, so chances will be very high. If the price comes close to this level, we can see there will be a further rise. And because as it is already tested, so chances will be very high it will cross this level and can make a new high above this particular level. But suppose if it started coming down, it can come down towards 83.4. From there a bounce back can be seen, but if the price didn't bounce back from that level, a further fall can be seen towards 78, and then there is a probability of crossing 74.5 will be there. Okay, and then a further downfall, because this level we have seen in around, you can say, from 5 Jan of 26. So probability of further downfall will be there if the price keep moving downside. Now what we have seen on a 2 hours chart, that a doji candle is formed, trying to form a green candle. But if the price keep moving below $83.2, there is a probability of further fall. Okay, so remember, if the price keep moving above a level of around 83.9, a further upside can be seen. But if it started moving below this level, a further fall chances are very high. Okay, and once started rising above $92.8, we can see there can be a further rise. So these two levels you have to understand. Now coming on an important part, that is weekly chart. Remember, there in this particular week we can see CPI data. Okay, and other events are coming. So remember, there will be a volatility, as well as there can be a chances that a rise can happen in the silver if the price, I mentioned you the support and resistance. So remember these points. Now suppose if the price started rising, what we can see, Suppose if the price started rising above this level, the first resistance we can see coming at a level of 90.7. Okay, if the price touches this particular level, we can see a bounce back can come. Okay, but if the bounce back didn't happen, then we can see the next resistance is coming around 93.5. Okay, this is a resistance 2. If the price sustain this particular level, we can see it can go further upside. So remember that if the price sustain above 93.5, we can see the price can go further upside. And yes, after that, there is a probability of touching 102.3 level can be seen, which is a resistance 3. And once the price moving above this level, probability of touching 121 is there. Okay, and if the price keep moving over this level, a further upside can be seen, which is a resistance 4. So trail your SL around $3 or $5. Okay, if the price keep moving a good in a good volatile way. Okay, so remember, put your quantity half, increase your SL and target by 2 times, so at least you'll capture upside movement. Okay, so if the price keep rising above this level, a further upside can be seen. So there is a probability of going further high towards 121, and then it can touch a level of 122 to a level of 125 or 130 also can be seen in the next week if the price keep rising. But we have seen there is a bearish engulfing we have seen, so probability can be high. I will explain you in my Telegram channel about this particular pattern so you can understand how it is. Okay, but suppose if the price started coming down, what you can see. Suppose if the price started coming down, it can touch a level of $83.13. If the price bounce back from this level, that is good. Then we can see the resistance level. But if the price didn't bounce back, it can come down again towards a level of around, that is the next level of 82.6, which is a support 2. And if the price fall below 82.6, we can see the price can move towards $78.7. Suppose if the price keeps falling below that particular level, chance of touching 74.13 is there, which is a support 3. And if the price falling below that particular level, chance of going towards 72.3 level is that, which is a support 4. Okay, then there will be a zone breakout, so probability will be high that it can move below a level of $70 and chance of touching 67.7 is there, and then a further fall. Okay, keep trailing your SL, that is very important. Trail your SL by around $3 to $5, so at least you will capture downside movement. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. And there is CPI data is coming and other events are coming, so remember there will be a volatility in the next week, and there are geopolitical tensions are there, so there is a probability. That is where we have seen the huge rise and fall in the price of silver. Okay, now as the export has banned, all these factors are affecting it. So how you can trade, or if you want some workshop regarding this, you can mail me and then I'll explain you what we can do in the next week. Hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel,